So what's up, y'all? Oh man, let's get back to it. Live number two today, I believe. Let's see in here, make sure I got my power source. Word to all my YouTubers, anybody doing any kind of content creation, always try to have your power source, especially when you live. Do not go live without your stuff hooked up to something, because it's gonna die. It just draws you live if you can. It's the best way to run that. Best way to run that. Oh man. Tired, but I got one more order before the sun go down, and I'm about to go get it. Oh, did I do my full introduction? Hi, I'm Joseph R. Wheeler the third, the artist, the founder, the president of the ONYXCON Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit arts and creative lifestyle organization based in Atlanta, Georgia, metro area specific, not always in everywhere we need to be, around and everywhere, you know. We make it happen. We make it happen. Oh man. It's been another rainy day, but it had some spot sunshine coming between the clouds at times, which was cool because I was day. But it's been like that. It's been that kind of thing. It's been like literally weeks. It's going on. It's about to be a double week of rain, and we all knew it from looking at the forecast. But still, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. You know, it's not. This ain't. It's good. We usually get rain, so there's nothing bad about it. We need rain. But we don't have what I've noticed, and I've been thinking about running this through ChatGPT to see what it say. But it seems like as global warming has become more and more official, we are moving into a state where places that don't have a rainy season are having a rainy season and a dry season. Like I feel like that's what's starting to happen in the U.S. on the east side of things, and even other places, but especially over here, Georgia. I think we're starting to have, like, you got a rainy season instead of seasonal rains. As I mean, we get rain all year long when I was growing up, but it would always happen when seasons were changing. Now, mind you, this is a time when seasons change, but we're going right into summer, so it does make sense. But the heaviness of it and the fact that, like, okay, during April, when you say April showers make May flowers, we ain't been getting a lot of April showers the way we know. The kind of rain we getting right now should have happened in April. Some of the weather we got in March happened in May. You know what I'm saying? Like we got wind like March and May and stuff like that. So I think everything's kind of getting off, and it's been off, but it's becoming officially off. Like this is becoming the new years to come, where you'll look and say, okay, what's the weather in Atlanta? Which of course is always all over the place, but instead of it being predictable that you know, always have an umbrella anyway, it'll be like you might not even need your umbrella for that whole month because that's the dry season. You know what I mean? It'll be like 2 or 3 months of dry. And we'll have a rainy season or something. I feel like that's where we're headed. That's what it feels like. It feels like that's happening. But anyway, what is this? Okay, cut that off. Yeah, y'all. But we moved through it all, right? So no matter what. Speaking of no matter what, I got some content I gotta do tonight. I think I'm gonna still record it. If I have to do in this order, I gotta do it. If I got any energy left for that, there's two things I still want to do for some heavy content. I want to do this video about this topic. I've been thinking about this for months, and I've alluded to it and spoke on it briefly. But I'm realizing the closer I get to monetization, the format of what I gotta do to like audience, the people who don't just come and I've realized the reason why I have the success of 3,500 plus subscribers it's not necessarily because all of those people check in weekly or daily. No, I wish that would be amazing. And I wouldn't even be talking about what I'm about to say about watch time hours. If all those people watched daily, oh my gosh, we'd be straight. We'd be good. Everything be cooking around here the way it ought to be. But when I look at my numbers and I see that, most people visit the page on a daily basis or anytime, it'd be like 90% new to the channel. So that's the way I talk to y'all a lot. I mean, it's hard to do that though, because when you see a number of 3,500, you feel like, yo, y'all know me. I got an audience. Everybody, y'all know who this is. Y'all know. No, no, they don't. They have no clue. So every day, much like the proverbial way to get monetization is to realize that every day on YouTube is another day of a start of a new year, because it's like every day starts over the 365 clock. So from today to this time last year is the number it's counting for all of your statistics. That's how this works. Okay. Yeah, that's how this works for real. That's how this really works. So, I'm learning too that because most of my audience watches the shorts, but not the long content as much. The only way I'm gonna get y'all to act right and start watching more long content, because I'm not gonna diss the people who, do watch long content. There are those people. And I appreciate the ones who watch the shorts too. It's just unfortunately shorts don't get you monetized quick. You get all these crazy, wonderful numbers. I get them. I mean, my average short this week averaging hundreds to a thousand or more. Hell, one that I put up, what was that one that went? I couldn't believe it. I was surprised. I knew it was gonna go up, but I didn't think it was gonna go up like that. I think that thing hit like 20 something thousand. One of my shorts recently. Okay, hold on, y'all. Yes, connected, y'all. Sometimes the GPS don't act right. Don't be connected. System done got old in my vehicle, but it worked when it want to work, but it's working. Ooh, because if it ain't working, I got to cut off. You know what I'm saying? I got to see my directions. Got to know where I'm headed and how I'm getting there. You know what I'm talking about? To have your GPS in life. You feel me? So anyway, what I was saying, I got these two videos I gotta do. One will probably just be if I do some more gaming tonight. I went on last night, and y'all always tend to like when I do the double live, where basically I'll be streaming and at the same time I'll have a separate live where you can see my reactions, because I don't have no fancy camera and all that stuff that these other folk be having. I ain't worrying about getting one either. I mean, that's another expense I don't need to have. I mean, it'd be nice if I could afford it. Shit, hell yeah, I'd do that. I'd do the whole, how y'all watch them shows and you got the person in the corner of the screen and they talking and you can see them and it's small enough it doesn't interfere with what you're watching with the game. Yeah, I'd love to do that if I when we get there. We crawl before we walk. It's all good. I understand this process to all this stuff, man. As long as I've been doing this, it's okay. But folks seem to enjoy just watching your facial expressions while you playing. Like, it cracks me up. Every time I look, it'll be 10 people looking or more. And I'll be like, but damn, all I'm doing is playing the game. Like, y'all, whatever works for y'all, man. I'm trying to get them watch time hours. So what's up? What's happening? Maybe there's a bunch of ladies up in there. They just enjoy looking at a handsome silver fox gentleman, and I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But for real talk, I'm probably gonna do that again. Play some God of War. I'm enjoying this one stage I found that I didn't even know was part of the game, because nobody ever posts about it. But it's like this fire realm that looks like what people think of when they say hell, and it's crazy. I mean, lava, the whole, like in the original. I'm talking about the original Viking first, the second series, but the first game, not Ragnarok. And if you know the game, there's like this big lake that surrounds the main portal area and all that. But every time you go to a different realm, it's another dimension, it's another version of it, it's another version of the same place, and it always looks a little different, sometimes extremely different. So in this one, there's less stairs, there's less. You can't get. I mean, so far, I don't know. You might be able to get down on the lava. I want to see. I want to cruise on the lava. That would be dope. Like, give me a boat that can go across the lava. I'm like, it's all fantasy. Like, let's go all the way. Like, you know, the river Hades up in this bug. That's what I started thinking as soon as I saw it. I was like, this is wow. So we'll see, because I don't know what else is on that stage. But so far, it's just all these challenges where you fight these multiple enemies, and if you can get past all of them, you know, you get prizes, you get your special chest, and you open that, and it gives you certain attributes to build your character up and all that, which is what I'm trying to do right now, because I got two main things I got to do. I got to beat that one realm where it's the I call it the pink or raspberry mist and everything. It's like it's kind of beautiful but ugly at the same time. It's like beautiful decay, that world, and it's filled with that mist that'll kill you if you don't have the right armor. It'll slow you down. And it works on your health bar until you get a certain kind of armor that can resist it. And I don't have that, so I got to get my. I don't even know how to get it. I saw one video where a guy was talking about you need to get that before you go in. I was like, but bro, hold up, rewind. How do I get that? Like, that's the first question. So how do I get that armor? So once I get that armor, I'm going back with a vengeance, because I've opened up most of the chests in that world. I've beat enough of the enemies enough times to get some of the basic stuff. But there's this top level you get to up these stairs where it is filled with all these chests, and I got all the ones you can open, but there's all these other ones that are locked. And the only way you're gonna open them is you have to add this special amount of whatever attribute thing it is. And I'm like, oh gosh. So I don't have none of. I obviously don't have, a little bit to none of the amount of the stuff you gotta have to make the chest open. So I got all that stuff, and then that's my focus. I want to beat that stage of God of War, and then I want to go back and try to take out the Valkyries, because they off the chain. And if you ain't got your armor up with them, like I know the pattern of how they fight, and I know how to more or less stand ground, but you gonna end up they're gonna drop you every time if you ain't got the right armor and your weapon ain't all the way built up. You got to have all the best stuff. So I said, okay, I see what this is. This is like playing Cyberpunk 2077, my favorite. And when you get to the point you're gonna beat all the main story missions, and there's nothing but side quests, and then you beat all the side quests, and then you go back for that final mission. The alternate endings of the end of the game. And the only way you're gonna beat it is if you got your character built up a certain way. So, like most video games, so that's gonna be my focus, is getting that right. Now, I just mentioned Cyberpunk 2077. I've been thinking about doing a video for this too. A reaction video to a trailer. It's been out for a minute. I've already even done a short talking about this game, but it's this what is it? Berlin 2030. I forgot the year, but it's way in the future. Berlin something. And y'all, if you know the game I'm talking, you know what I'm talking about. It's gonna be I think that is going to be the most played by anybody who plays Cyberpunk 2077, looking for a fix to our absolute addiction to Cyberpunk 2077. Because if you like me, I've been in remission now for I've been in remission, y'all, for months. I have knocked it up. I'm proud of myself, because that's not like me. I may go about 2 months, and I just had to go Night City. I just had to go up in there and mill around and blow something up, or just stay out of trouble and just walk around and look at the city and stuff. I love that game. I absolutely love that game. But I done everything. I mean, at this point, it's just like I'd be so surprised if I can find any mission I have not played. And sometimes when I play one that I have played, I'd be like, this seems kind of new. And then I'd be like, oh damn, I have done this. You know what I mean? Like, you really, like, you've done it all, man. It's like this. There might be 1% left of something I haven't seen, or I know there's a bunch of little guns and stuff like that hidden throughout the city, little Easter eggs, stuff to find. Yeah, most of that I got too. So I do still want it all, because I haven't filled up my wall. If you play in the game, you go to your room where you can do the crafting, and you got your weapon stash, and you got all those slots for the special weapons, all the legendary weapons and everything. I got a lot of the best ones, but I don't have all. So I still want to fill the wall. Just want to be able to say I did all of it, man. Like literally everything. but I don't even know where to, some of the things. I'm gonna have to find some people's videos that break it down. Like this is where you get every one of those things to fill the whole wall, and take my time with it till I fill the whole wall. That's gonna be one of my goals when But like I say, I really just want to play other stuff. I'm tired of. I've been in a rut mainly, it's financial number one because hell, I ain't got the money to buy these games. They always were expensive. Now they're more expensive than ever. So I still want to play, for instance, Tekken 8, which ain't gonna be that new to me. Every time I see it, I just love the way it looks because it's like to me, it's Tekken 8 to me is 7.5. It's not like graphic wise, it's not that different from 7. It's just as good depending on what you're playing it on. Because I've seen it, I've watched people playing, you know. But what is somebody saying? I can't read that shit right now. I hope you're being respectful, because if I read that and you on some bullshit, you know you're dead, right? You know that, right? You know you're digitally dead if you're on some bullshit. I'm just letting you know. I ain't the one. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I really can't see what you're saying because my steering wheel's right here. But anyway, basically, I was playing, Tekken 7 to the point where I realized I was like, okay, I do want to play 8 mainly because of all the different costumes you can get. Stuff looks so damn cool, right? And that's the number one thing about it for me is the various character looks and stuff, and the boards. It's like I am about even Mortal Kombat. I love the variety. That's my stuff right there. That's my stuff. Okay, what is somebody trying to say? Maybe I can read it now. What are they talking about? What are they talking about? Okay, okay. You wasn't being disrespectful. You're just trying to understand the conversation. Respect, friend. Welcome, welcome. Okay. I'm gonna be real with you. This is why I don't like lives when people talk. That's why I don't. That's why I make it where only. And you must be a subscriber, so I appreciate you. I usually don't let people talk because I'm riding and I can't have distractions. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody say something crazy, it ain't cool. You know. But nah, you was cool. You cool. You just asking about what I was talking about Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know if you play that or not. But if you do, you already know. If you play the game, I ain't gotta explain nothing. If you don't, it's too much to break it down. I mean, it's simple. The easiest way to put it is you have weapons in the game, and your character has various residencies, and in each of its character's apartments and stuff, there's a room you do your crafting and stuff like that. And so that's where you build your weapons up. That's where you do whatever. And they should have made. I always said they should have made it where you actually go in there, and instead of crafting being, you just. I think this is my problem with every freaking game where there's crafting involved. Crafting is the most boring, time wasting thing in every single damn game. I've not seen one game. Somebody tell me different, but I ain't seen one game yet where it's crafted where you just not like, hold the square or the X or whichever button and just hold it and you hear it go over and you know it's going up in rank, you know it's going up in spending money, whatever the case may be. I don't want to watch no bars doing no shit. I want to watch somebody do in God of War, since the two dwarves help you build your weapons. I want to see them instead of them building some random shit that ain't gonna be mine. I want to see him literally building, banging that motherfucker out while we talking, making my armor, and then be like, "Here, try this on," and then show me getting fitted, or something like, yo, for real, like, why not? Why not? And don't tell me, oh, it's too much. We can't afford. I don't want to. I'll never. When I talk to my friends who are like, it's funny. It's like there's two types of people when it comes to gaming, in my opinion. When it comes to that, there's people who make excuse for billionaires, and there's people like me who give no fucking. I don't give no excuses for no billionaire. You got the goddamn money. Do the shit. I don't want to hear all that. It takes a lot. And you got a lot, motherfucker. I'm around here running around dropping off groceries, bitch, to get your game. You make it work. That's how I feel about that. Make it do everything I ever fantasized about in that damn game. I bought a grown folks game. I want to take women on dates. I want to go out and I want to come home. I got a bed. You know what else I want to be able to do? I want everything. And not no GTA, let little kids play and be not. I'm talking about some shit where it's so grown, you got to damn literally file to buy the game. You got to like, Like they know they not going to court over y'all dumbasses. Cause I know how kids be online doing the most. I'm talking about something so grown. We can be grown and watch a R-rated and play a R-rated movie. That's what the fuck we working for. Ain't nobody trying to buy Wolverine and be out there. You know, if it's not gonna be open to everybody, but like people ask me, yo, you can get GTA 6. I never played any of the GTA games, but I admit this next one looks amazing, so I'm considering some things. But cause I don't be out there with a bunch of goofies with their little thug fantasies playing some shit about some realities they've never even been privy to. I'm not from no hood, but at the same time, I know things and I know people and I've had to work in environments around all types of folks. So what's a fantasy and just a game to some people, man, these are real people. You talking about Miami? Like I ain't even been to Miami, but I know people from Miami. And part of the reason I ain't been to Miami is because them telling me, man, if you go do this, that's and the other, because it's too expensive, it's crazy as hell. You gotta be careful, you gotta do this, you gotta it's like, damn, what's never mind. I don't even want to go no more. Man, please. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Just curious. I don't know if that person was chopping it up. Oh, they might not even be here no more. I was gonna ask them age, where you from, where you at. I always ask that when people get chatty in the chat. I like to know who my people are according to the demographics that I get, because I get a lot in my data, and I be wanting to know who's really. Okay, y'all, we back. We back. Let's see, did my thing connect here? Did it connect? Did it connect? Come on. All right, y'all. So I was talking about gaming, and I was explaining my thoughts on 46 and how even though I know everybody gonna be playing GTA 6 and all that, and I have people sometimes ask me, friends of mine, who are way deeper into gaming than me, you gonna get it? You gonna play it? I'm like, yeah, I don't know, because the thing I love Grand Theft Auto is what it really means. I think some people say so much they forget what the damn games mean. The name of the game is Grand Theft Auto. The name of the game from its inception was running around stealing cars and reselling them to get rich. You know what I mean? And then getting involved into even deeper, crazier stuff, right? It's so the only people on my channel, because of the way mine is formatted and the type of variety that I do, who watch my long videos are people who genuinely love ONYXCON. People who genuinely will sit down and watch 30 minutes to an hour, no problem. And my average long video is at least 30 minutes. Some of them, I got some that are really, really long, like over an hour. But I learned not to do that. That's the self sabotage. I used to think because I would watch. I've watched movies on YouTube, so I'm not one of these people who's like, I'm gonna sit down and watch it. Man, I'm from the old school. We watched 2 and 3 hour movies back in the day if it was a good movie, and the average movie was an hour and a half in our lifetime, and it still is more or less. But now they shortening them to damn near be just an hour and 15. It's like, God, they need no patience, and I know why. They know that most people don't. They've dwindled every other generation's minds, and even some people in my age range, they've assimilated to this. Can't watch nothing beyond 30 something seconds. So that's why shorts will always win in terms of people watching stuff quick. But if you want them engaged for a long enough time to make a point, a minute or two or three, your best bet is keep it as short as possible. I'm talking about for the masses. I'm talking about for anybody, people who really support you or don't give a damn. If you want to get all of them at the same time, you can play that game. But it's hard, y'all. And I'm learning that the best way to do it is to okay, yeah, we're doing good. Is to make your long videos with the intention of just think about what you would want out of that. Like I can think about this with every type of my audience, part of my audience, but you can't be worried about don't even think like the short watcher when you're making the long content. Make your point, take your time, be expressive, because them people are watching what you're saying. You'll know it when you watch your comments. That's when you're gonna learn who's really a real one, because they're gonna be They're gonna be, they're gonna give you viewer comprehension. They're gonna be like, yeah, when you said this, I think the same. I agree or I don't agree with. That's when you know you got engaging audience. But when it's just, you put something up, it don't really get no numbers, and you're trying to figure out why. Look, when you want to go deep, save that for long videos. Save all your deepest thoughts for your long videos, and go hard when you do. Don't hold back. Say it all. Get it all out. Because it's only going to be a few that's going to sit there and watch. But that few going to watch. If you made an hour, you're going to get that hour of watch time. They're going to watch it. They're going to watch it. Everybody else, man, they fluff. I hate to say that wrong, but that's how it is. They fluff. They want fluff, and they're fluff. That's the other audience. They only a fluff people. They don't really want to sit down and watch nothing and have to think. So make your long videos for your thinkers. Make your other stuff for people who they just want little quick facts. You can still teach them. You can still give them the edutainment, because that's what we do. We do edutainment. Still teach them, still learn them up, still put them on to something they didn't know about. But you gotta be real clever. That's that art of making a short, you know. And some people would say, "Oh, that's more brilliant anyway. If you can make your point in a smaller." No, not always, because some things require more time, and people just don't want to spend time on nothing no more, and that's their flaw. And they'll face the consequences of that. Everybody's talking about this, but we just ain't gotten to the point yet where we're going to see the full, clear results of why this is detrimental to let people stay stupid. Quite frankly, you can't let people stay this stupid. It's dumbing down the world, and it's having real consequences. You know, when I notice, have you ever noticed how when people are dealing with something really heavy in your friend and family circle, and if somebody wants to pretend they just don't want to deal with it, they put their head down on their phone, and most people don't say nothing about it. They might say, "Oh, you just go look. Okay, all right," and it'll be like conversation over. That's so disrespectful. That's so fucking disrespectful. It's like, yo, you still talking to that person. You haven't declared, "I'd like to be excused from this." I mean, I'm talking about if it's somebody you supposed to be, either family or friend, or just somebody you trying to connect with on that level. It would behoove you to respect that person enough to give your undivided attention until they finish making their point. That's the way. But a lot of folks ain't never gonna try and be that. They don't care. They were raised rude. They are rude. They don't think that what they're doing is rude. They think it's normal, which is why they go back. They default to those habits of, oh, just put your head down on your phone, act like you gotta go do something, whatever, to get out of anything heavy and with any thought involved. They just avoid that at all costs. It's what I see every time I go live. People come in, they dip out. They don't even stay long enough to figure out what the hell you're talking about. You know? So it's like with the person earlier that was just really trying to figure out what part of the game I was talking about. I hate to say it, I'm triggered. And I apologize for snapping at you. I really do. Because I'm going to be real with you, y'all. I done been through it. I done been through it. And when I see the word what, and all I saw was what are you feeling? And then I couldn't read the rest because I'm trying to read it and drive. And I was like, you talking about some damn what? It's like, I'm ready to go. I was like, what you mean? What you mean?